Hello everyone, my name is Wayne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are your Bourbon Journey. Several days ago, my wife went up to our local liquor store, High Spirits, and naturally she came back with something. That was a shock.
A box. It was a box of somethings.
Big box. Anyway, she came back with a box, and in that box was this bourbon from Penelope. And Rebecca, would you like to talk about it and why you bought it?
Yeah, I was looking for it because I knew it was coming out. I saw the bourbon press release on it, so I'm really excited to share this information with you. It is technically a 4-grain straight bourbon whiskey that has been double cask finished. It's a 4-grain because it's 74% corn, 16% wheat, 7% rye, and 3% malted barley. Now they are calling it a wheated bourbon. That's how it's labeled. There's wheat design on the bottle. It has been aged 4 to 6 years and comes in at a really nice 95 proof. So not too low, but just under 100 for those that don't like a higher proof profile. So for the profile, 7% rye to add a little touch of spice. And then they price this at an MSRP of $35. Now I did purchase it for $36.99 here in Southern Indiana, but I still think if this tastes good, it's a great buy.
Well, we will see. Will it disappoint or will we find it good? Well, let's find out. Let's go ahead and pick it up. First, look at the color.
It's very golden, almost honey.
I would agree. Definitely a golden appearance. Hopefully the taste is golden.
Matches the label.
We'll go ahead and we'll take a sniff. Definitely wheat, definitely soft,
and definitely high corn too.
Yep, very sweet.
A little bit of bread-like notes on it.
A touch of honey.
And I was going to say also maybe a touch of nuttiness. Not real heavy. Again, it's only 16% wheat, so it's not a real high wheat mash bill, but it is an inviting nose.
It is.
And sometimes when it's under 100 proof, you kind of wonder how the nose is going to be. But this is lovely, perhaps because it's 4 to 6 years old.
And because it's so inviting on the nose, I'm going to invite it to go join my taste buds. So, cheers.
That's got quite a bit going on. Confectionery
sugar. There's a lot of sweetness. Honey. That might be actually the sweet part.
And it's got a really nice mouthfeel. It's really got a lot of viscosity. It's just kind of laying there and allowing the flavors to really take hold in your mouth.
It's very good. I'll take another sip here. I
agree. Yeah, that confectionery, that pastry.
Excuse me.
It's a little bit like, because I'm getting some spice notes there too. So it's a little like a cinnamon honey Danish, or perhaps some really nice. You brought up tapioca pudding one day, and this is kind of remind me of tapioca pudding if it had some honey drizzled on top of it.
Well,
you made me think about it. I'm going to have to get some tapioca pudding pretty soon.
Well, butter me up and call me a biscuit, let me tell you.
Well, let's taste it for the finish. Yeah, those notes are still happening in my mouth, which is great. It is nicely sweet, but I do appreciate that little bit of rye spice that is really contributing to the finish. The finish has a little bit of pop and vim that I'm enjoying quite a bit, and it's long.
I think the rye in there is the spice we're getting. Because I kept trying to figure out what was kind of giving it that pop, and I think it is the rye. It's good.
And while you've been talking, I still feel the finish. It is still hanging out. And I'll tell you, typically for something under 100 proof, the finish is a little bit shorter than that. But I think because they really balance this mash bill so well, and we know they do typically source their juice from MGP, so they really work with them to select a great mash bill for this offering. And then to be 4 to 6 years old, that adds some of the barrel notes a little bit. I mean, the barrel's not coming through like oak on my palate at all, but I think it's adding to the complexity and the length of the finish.
I am getting the barrel, and the barrel's slight, and I agree. I should just walk out of the room, let you review it, because I agree that I think the barrel makes the finish go longer, but at the same time it's not really bitter.
Mm-hmm.
It's very complimentary. This is a well done bottle.
And it's interesting because I think it was I purchased it on the 10th of the month, and we were back in High Spirits a week later, and their shelf was empty of this. They did not have a single bottle left in it. They had just gotten it in before. So people have come out and bought this bottle. And when you see Penelope at $36.99, even in our store, then you're thinking, I need to get that at home and see how it is.
I just think, I agree. And you're at that point for $36, you're willing to definitely gamble. And this is a win. This is a win gamble.
Yeah, I mean, we do appreciate a 4-grain. We appreciate a wheated bourbon. And this one's kind of hitting on all cylinders for me, which is surprising because usually I prefer a barrel strength wheated or a barrel strength 4-grain. I find they just match my palate a little bit more, but this has a lot happening. Mm-hmm. It's surprisingly complex for 95 proof. And that just says they did a great job of blending.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Whoever the blender
aging process.
Whoever the blender is out there did a good job.
And then, of course, the folks at Penelope had to put their seal of approval on it before they put their name on it. Yeah, so you're getting a great whiskey and this gorgeous bottle that I don't know if the camera's showing it, but I'll show a close-up of the bottle. But this beautiful wheat coming up. I mean, they did not cut back in any way on their packaging for this, which it's fantastic.
It's well worth it. It's great on the nose, great on the palate, great on the taste, great on the finish. It's just great.
I'd call it a must buy.
I would. Matter of fact, I would back it up. For that price, you could buy a couple of them and you would not be disappointed. And as well, if you have friends that really like bourbon, if they have a birthday or a special event coming up,
great gift.
This would be a great gift. And if you have a tasting coming up, you're getting together with friends, this would be a really good one to throw in because it's relatively new and it's probably not a lot of people out there. There's probably not a lot of reviews of it either.
And it's not super expensive. So if you have friends that haven't tried it before, if they didn't like it, it's not going to be a great loss, right? Yep. Because it's a great price point.
Yep. Anyway, Penelope, once again, you've really hit it out of the park with this one. Price point, quality, taste, everything. This is an outstanding bottle. Cheers to you out there. Have a great day. Always remember to drink responsibly and please follow us on this channel. Thank you. Have a great day.